I think there are not enough women in the nominees. I really know a lot of incredible directors, women directors, and women director of photography and women editors. So I think more women should be chosen. Yes.
The first challenge is to realize and accept that the problem of gender equality or inequality in film directing really exists. It's not a pose, it's not fake, it's not next feminist initiative or caprice. Being from Eastern Europe, I was born, graduated and made some of my films during the communist time. I was brought up with the communist dogma about women emancipation and gender equality. There is no men or women jobs. Women could become a tractor driver or work in the mines. But when I was accepted to study film directing, the first thing which my professor told me was, film directing is not a profession for women.
Yes, we are discriminated against. Yes, we are second-class citizens globally. Yes, we have our own issues of representation, but we have to believe in our identities and keep doing our work. That's the important thing. And that's why I sit here with my archive behind me. Save everything that you have.
As a documentary filmmaker, I also struggle to get financial support, and similar experience I hear also from my other female colleagues. Even though men also struggle to get financial support for their project, but they are often more perceived as a more business-oriented or more convincing, which is described in traditional patriarchal mindsets and stereotypical society gender roles. I'm also often asked how I balance my work and my family, while my male partner, who is also a documentary filmmaker, is rarely asked the same question.
Women earn less than men. Women have less power in our societies than men. Same is in film industry. Although from the beginning of the film, women made very strong, very powerful, fantastic films, they still don't have same space as men. And I hope that these women today who make so wonderful films will also have power to change this situation.
What I think is most important right now is for women to work collaboratively. And I think that what we've been missing is a sense of community in terms of making films. What I've been trying to do is to work with other women, writers, producers, directors on projects, find like-minded women who have similar vision to my own. And I think that that is the most powerful thing that we can do right now.
Guess, how many female directors are working in mainstream in Korean film industry? Just 10 to 15? Even if I include independent filmmakers and documentarists, still the number of female directors may be around 15 something.
I'm a filmmaker and I have a vagina. This is a big problem for a lot of people in the film industry, although it's never gotten in the way of my filmmaking. For instance, when I'm writing a script, I use my brain, my heart, my fingers to type it out. When I'm directing, I use my voice, my eyes, sometimes my hands or my arms, sometimes my legs. When I'm editing, I'm mostly sitting on my vagina, so I'm not really using my vagina to edit. So I don't understand the problem. But there is a huge gender discrepancy in the film industry, and it's either ignorant discrimination or it's laziness. But either way, it has to stop. Because the audience watching a film doesn't care whether the film they're watching was made by someone with a vagina. The audience just wants to see a great film. And women make great films. Women make great films.
in the end of 2014, 3 years after that I took the job, we had reached 46% female directors, 56% female producers, and 66% female scriptwriters. And these numbers show that there are production companies that find directors. But as well, what we can see is that the last 4 years before this, we have had all the big film awards have been awarded to female directors. And we can see that the numbers that are admitted to film festivals have increased as well. For instance, now in Berlin, there are only female directors. So what we can see is that there are female directors that are competent enough, that you can actively work if you are really determined, but it needs that the head of the organization shows that they really want to make this coming true.